Alrighty guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. We're here with the round 22 tips. I just recorded this entire video and my mic was on mute. So we're going to try and get this done pretty quickly. Make sure you guys drop a like. I appreciate the support on the first video as well. We got like 50 views and we didn't really have any subscribers. So I don't know how that happens, but thanks to everyone who watched that video. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so as I said, I just recorded this whole video. So I'm going to go through my tips again. And yeah, we're going to redo them. Yeah, recorded and my mic was on mute. So that is just rookie mistake there. But yeah, first game of the round, guys, we've got St Kilda and Brisbane. This is obviously going to be a pretty big game for Brisbane. They need to win if they want a top 4 spot. And St Kilda sort of come off a pretty poor loss last week. Whilst it is at Marvel Stadium, it's not the MCG. Therefore, I'm going to go Brisbane. If this was at the MCG, I'd seriously go St Kilda because I have very little faith in Brisbane as it is to really make any push in September. Just because of the last few weeks. They gave up that lead against Richmond. They seriously let Carlton back in that game somehow. I don't know how. I know it was the last quarter, but what could have been an 80-point lead ended up being like a 30-point lead. And I'm just not sure about their defense. That's not really relevant to this game, though, because I do think they're going to get the job done over St Kilda. So, pretty simple there. And, you know what? 30 points. Little tiny bit of a percentage booster there. Okay, Marvel Stadium, Saturday. We got Western Bulldogs and Giants. This is a must-win game for the Doggies here. They need to win this game for finals. And I think possibly even their next two games, the last two games for them, are going to be must-win for the finals. Now, this is a game I actually genuinely, for some reason, can see the Giants pulling an upset here. They're one of those teams this year, a little bit like Hawthorn. So this either goes the right way here and the Giants win this, or Western Bulldogs have a massive win, okay? It's going to go either one of those ways here. But you know what? I'm going to go Giants. Yeah, let's see. I've never tipped a perfect round, so you gotta pull the upsets every now and again because there's going to be a few every round. So yeah, I think Giants might pull an upset there against the Bulldogs. So next up, we've got Adelaide and North Melbourne at Adelaide Oval. This is going to be a pretty big game. More so for the fact that Ben Cunnington is playing his first game in 13 months. So you might see North lift for that. Adelaide can end in some good form here. They've bet Carlton, they've bet West Coast, and now they've got a really good opportunity to go 3 in a row here. Who do I think is going to win this? I think it's going to be close, but I think at home Adelaide will get it done. So no real surprise there. Saturday, we've got Gold Coast and Geelong. I'd love to see Geelong lose this game because it opens up the possibility for the Pies here to end on top as the minor premiership. They would have to win our last 2 games, and I think, yeah, Geelong would have to drop both of them because their percentage is so high. So they're pretty much locked in for the first spot here, but it would still be cool to see Gold Coast win. Though I'm pretty disappointed after last week, so I'm going to go the Cats there. Say they get that one done. It is at Metricon. So the rain might come into play there if it's slippery and dewy. I'm not sure when the last time. I don't know if Geelong played there last year. They may have. But it's not the conditions that they're used to down at GMHBA where it's ice cold. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. It might be an interesting game. Though it's probably more likely that Geelong just get another percentage boost there. Saturday night at 7:25, the MCG. This is probably the second biggest game of the round, and we've got Carlton and Melbourne here. Carlton need to win this game to make the top 8. You know, there's 3 teams that need to win their games to make the top 8 here, those being Richmond, Carlton, and Bulldogs. So they know they need to win this, and it's not getting any easier for Carlton because they've got Melbourne, and then they've got the Pies. So they need to win one of those games to stay in that top 8. Luckily for them, it is sort of, you know, it's still in their control. They sit in 7th. But Melbourne, I'm not too worried about Melbourne. I think they are going to get the win here. They played pretty good against us last week. They dominated the first 2 quarters. The defensive efforts were pretty good for most of the game. We just overwhelmed them in those last quarter and half, last quarter. But I don't think there was too much wrongdoing of Melbourne. Melbourne supporters might have a different opinion there, but I think they'll definitely get the game and win over Carlton there and making it even more interesting for the top 8 race if Carlton do lose that one, because then it really is a 3-way race between Bulldogs, Carlton, and the West and Richmond. You know, they've got a little buffer right now, Carlton, but we'll see if it lasts. Saturday, we've got the Derby, the Western Derby V2. Freo won this by 40 points earlier in the year, and really West Coast have probably gotten worse. If anything, Freo are playing pretty good right now. They got a nice win over the Doggies last week, and they're back at home for this one. So I'm going to say they get this done here. Heavy underdogs here, the West Coast are. Although, no, I probably don't see them. I was going to say I see a slight upset coming here. I don't. It's not the one I see. Although the true upsets are the ones you don't see. So we'll see. Next up on the Sunday game, first of the Sunday games, we've got Richmond and Hawthorn. This was a draw in round 23 last year. So it was one of the most fascinating draws ever, because it was just a fascinating ending. I think it was Rewalt who kicked it in. It was going to dribble through for a goal, and then Sean Burgoyne touched it on the line in his last game for a super dramatic ending there. But yeah, different circumstances this year. I don't think last year Richmond still had a chance at finals at that point. No, they wouldn't have. They would have been completely out of it now I think about it. This time it's different, and I'm going to say they win that, and I think, will that put them in the top 8 if Richmond win and Carlton lose? I'm not sure. But I think they're going to finish. I think by the end of the season, they will end up in 8th spot. So I'm going to go Richmond there against Hawthorn. Next up, guys, for this is the biggest game of the round by far. And it's going to be, again, one of the biggest games of the year. And it's probably going to be an absolute ripper. It's definitely leading up to that way. It is a packed game. This is going to be a full house at the SCG, 48,000. I am actually going to this game, which is going to be awesome because I'm going to make a vlog out of it. First time traveling interstate for an AFL game. And it's going to be my first time visiting the SCG. So I am so excited for this. I seriously hope we get over the line. Now, I tipped against us last week, okay? I thought Melbourne were going to break the streak. And it does feel like every week we're getting closer to a loss. But they keep proving us wrong. And I'm not going to doubt my boys again. I'm going to say we get it done. I actually think this is closer. Again, I think this is more of a 50-50 game, in my opinion. We travel very, very good for the most part. It hasn't really affected us in the last, I don't know, good period. 4 or 5 years, I think we've been a good traveling team. I mean, just in history, especially against Sydney and at the SCG, we play really good. So yeah, I'm just going to say we win this and just continue this insane streak. I think for this game, if you're a Swan supporter, you're tipping the Swans. And if you're a Collingwood supporter, you're tipping Collingwood. And then if you're a neutral, well, I'm not really sure there because, you know, we have won the last 11 games. So tipping against us is getting more and more difficult. So yeah, I'm just not going to tip against us. Collingwood for me. And for the fun of it, I'll say 11 points there. Last game of the round. Dead rubber game here. Port obviously out of the finals race now after losing the last few weeks, and Essendon, disappointing loss last week, but I think at their home stadium at Marvel, disappointing loss for them last week. I think they're going to want to put in a better performance. This will be a good game, I think. Hopefully it's good. You do hope so, considering, you know, the dead rubber games. It's not really, there's no reason behind them now, so it's just, you know, good game is what you hope for, and I think, yeah, it's going to be a good game, and I think Essendon will get it done in a fairly close one. So yeah, guys, that is my tips for round 22 this time, not round 23, which I can't believe I did that still. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. The next video will be the Sydney vlog. So that's, yeah. Make sure you guys, please go ahead and leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Feedback, any of it that you've got, leave it in the comments below. I'm also super keen to hear your tips, so comment down below for that. And please go ahead and follow my Twitter if you are on over there. I use it a lot, and yeah, I'll be pretty active on that, especially whilst I'm over in Sydney for the game. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and yeah, I'll see you guys all in my next one. Bye bye.